Hey there and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be me showing you how I get into my Kenma Kozume cosplay makeup. I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything, but this is just how I do mine. You know, there's no right or wrong way for makeup, so just a forewarning. So we're gonna start this video off with me putting on my wig cap. Usually I braid down my hair when I'm going to a con, but since this was just a cos test, I didn't really do anything. Also, it's the same thing for foundation. I don't put it on in this tutorial, but if you're gonna go to a con where you want to do a full face, you know, put on your foundation. But now that we look like an egg, we can move on to the actual fun part. So we're gonna start with some cover up, and we're going to apply this to wherever you have any blemishes, dark circles, you know, the works. And since mine is a shade lighter than my face, I also put it wherever I want the light to seem like it's hitting my face a little more. After blending that out, that's kind of basically it for the base makeup. So now we can move on to kind of an eyeshadow, kind of not, whatever. I'm one of those people that mixes where they put their makeup. So basically I'm taking a big fluffy brush and I'm taking a cream blush. It's pink elf, you know. And then I'm also going to take this red color blur thing. It's in my favorites video, and I'm just going to add a stripe of that. And then to mellow out those colors, I'm going to be taking a bluish purple dark color eyeshadow and just kind of patting it on top. And now I don't really have a certain way of applying this other than just get the general shadows around your eyes. This kind of gives you a tired look, and I'm doing this above and below my eye, and I'm following my natural like eye bags a little bit, even though I just covered them with the cover up. It's kind of defeats the purpose, but whatever. And once you do that, just make them even and you're basically good to go. So now we're going to be moving on to the eyeliner. I am doing kind of just a general basic cat eye. It's thin, pretty thin, with a wing, and going on the inner corner of my eye, I'm tracing that little corner on the above and the bottom of my eye, but not all the way through. I don't suggest doing your waterline with, you know, liquid liner. But what you do on one side, you're gonna move and try to do the same thing on the other. Eyeliner can be tricky sometimes in that respect. Now you're just gonna let the eyeliner dry for a moment, and since I kind of messed up just a little bit on those inner corners, I used a makeup sponge with some red, I don't know what was on it, it was just red, and I just kind of patted it down to blend it out. If you didn't mess up your eyeliner on the bottom, then you don't really have to worry about this step, but if you did, it's, you know, an easy way to fix it because it kind of just blends in and looks like you're tired. Now I'm going to be doing kind of a basic masculine contour. Kenma is kind of a feminine boy, so I feel like if you're already a guy and you're not cross-playing, I feel like you don't have to push your contour anymore. But since I am a girl, cross-play, I do find that contour is always helpful. You can just Google masculine contour map and it'll give you the general idea of what you want to do. And I didn't follow it exactly this time, but you know, just a basic contour for a more masculine face shape and shadows. And this is probably what takes the longest for me for this, getting into this cosplay, just because it's kind of a lot. But anyway, we're just gonna lay down those big kind of color blocks and blend those dudes in as much as we possibly can. Alright, so now that we're essentially done with the contour, we're going to move on to the mouth. Now, there's multiple ways to do this, and for this one I did put back on, like, cover up on my lips, and if you couldn't tell, it looks pretty ashy and kind of gross. And I did use a lip tint after this. It's not a marker, it's just the way that this lip tint works. But if you're gonna do a lip tint, I'd skip the step with the cover up, but if you aren't doing the lip tint, then do the cover up. Anyways, now we're going to take a red lipstick, kind of put it in the very inner part of your lip and smudge that around a bit, as much as you can. How much you smudge it is all up to personal preference, and how pigmented you want it to be is also up to preference. I like to smudge mine out so it kind of is an even gradient, but you know, that's my choice, just to get that kind of anime look. Now I'm going back in on the very inside of my lip with some liquid liner, and I'm just going to blend that out super well to kind of mellow out the red so it looks a little bit more natural and a little less like a bright red that's just smudged out a bit, you know? The cover up that's already on your lips, if you did it that way, it will also already do it a little bit, but I find that it always helps to mellow it out just a little more with the black, and I kind of like the way it looks. And if you end up mellowing it out just a bit too much, you can always go back in over it with the red and kind of make it to the color vibrancy as you wish. So once I'm happy with that, we're going to be moving on and getting out some mascara and some white eyeliner. I don't actually recommend this white liner. It does not put any pigment to your eyes, because usually white liner makes your eyes look bigger. But now once I put on my actual cosplay, I'm going to put on my wig, and that's basically it for this tutorial. I did forget to put on lashes, and for crossplay I know some people, they don't like putting on lashes, but I do, and the wig is a little bit of a mess, so lashes are just a preference. I love lashes, so I ended up putting them on. And for wig styling, I know mine is a little bit of a mess because I just finished re-dyeing some of the wefts because, you know, gotta upkeep this wig a little bit. And that's basically it for this video. I really do appreciate you spending your time today watching it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And maybe if you were looking for something for inspiration for your Kenma cosplay or just any cosplay in general, I hope I could help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry if this voiceover is kind of weird. This is my first time doing a voiceover for a video, so I don't know how well this is gonna work out, but you know, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, so please feel free to let me know, or you can just message me on any of my social medias, which will be linked below. I will also link probably more direct posts of my Kenma cosplay, just because if you want to see how it kind of looks and wears when it's not done like just now. But yeah, that's essentially it. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. See you next week. Or not next week. I forgot, I'm like falling back into my summer. No, see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, I post every other week. Yeah, every other week. Yeah. This is a school year, right? Time? What is time? I don't know. Bye!